Being overweight was a huge hindrance on my life. I didn't want to be overweight. I didn't want to feel bad. I didn't want to be upset or anything like that. And eventually I lost over 100 pounds and I'm healthy, I'm happy. I finally got something that I can really be excited about. That was probably one of the biggest steps that I had to make in my life towards true happiness. When I made that ultimate decision, I started researching everything that I could. I was looking at internet articles, I was reading books, I was pulling all of the information that I could find about food and health and eating to keep it absolutely simple. I mean, it's just real food. So I started cooking. I started writing down my recipes and all the different dishes I was making. I would keep them written down so that I could revert back to them. And then eventually I lost over 100 pounds. And that was a huge thing for me. And then people started actually asking me questions, like a lot of questions. Friends that were overweight or had health problems or just generally wanted to get healthier. So I started Slim Palate to share not only my recipes but my story and maybe inspire people. You know, I want to show people that it's possible. It's one thing to say, hey, I really like your blog, or hey, that's a cool blog, or that's really interesting. But I mean, it impacts me in a totally different way whenever I get an email or somebody says something to me, or they even recognize me and they say, you know, hey, I tried your carnitas and they were really good. And whenever somebody says something like that, that showed me I can really make a difference in people's lives with food. Once I started eating better, a thought in the back of my mind sort of started popping up, which was, where is my food coming from? I started learning about the local food movement and farmers markets and supporting local farms. It is so empowering being able to buy from a producer and shake the hand of, you know, the man who produces your food. It's completely surreal. There's no other way that I could explain it other than you have to experience it for yourself. Eventually my food blog really took off. That felt really, really good. I got contacted by a publishing house who wanted me to write a cookbook. I mean, that email right off the bat was probably one of the most significant points in my life. And it wasn't even a thought in my mind to write a cookbook. I was just enjoying what I was doing on my food blog. But when they emailed me, I saw this huge opportunity to take it to a whole nother level. I did over 100 recipes for it, and I was photographing probably 4 to 5 recipes a day. All the recipes I wrote, all the head notes I wrote, the whole book I wrote, the whole book I photographed. Although it was a ton of work, it was 100% worth it. I love the process behind cooking. A lot of the time whenever I'm cooking something, I look forward to the smell kind of filling up the house. It just feels very natural to me, and it feels really nice to be able to invoke such excitement through, you know, just a dinner.